So next up is a colleague that we know very well. He's recently left us here in the Assembly, went on to bigger and better things, the County Executive of Putnam County, Kevin Byrne.
Well, I want to thank my colleagues, obviously Assemblyman Smolin and Assemblyman Rah, as well as all of our like-minded colleagues that are here this afternoon to discuss this very important subject. As it's tax day and so many people are making sure that they file their taxes on time, we're still waiting to see the state budget pass, and this is becoming a trend again. What did we say, almost 3 weeks late? But I'd always say it's not enough to just highlight the problems. You need to be solutions-based and focused on what can we do to make life better for hardworking New Yorkers. You just heard about numerous policies that the Assembly Republican Conference from Assemblyman Rah and Leader Barclay that they proposed year after year that could help make life more affordable, that could make New York more competitive for businesses and for residents so they can continue to not just move into New York, but stay in New York, raise their families in New York. And while there's these state solutions like state spending caps, banning backdoor borrowing, and unfunded mandates, as a county executive, that's something obviously I'm very sensitive to. We also need solutions at the local level. As county executive, it's not enough just to finger point. Yes, FMAP funding in the state budget, I want to make sure that comes down to county government. That's a big deal. But what can county and local government do to better control their government spending, to put in guardrails to make sure that we're also held accountable as your public servants? Two bold initiatives that we've rolled out in Putnam County that's before the county legislature right now. Number one, a taxpayer bill of rights. For any property tax increase in Putnam County government, we are saying that the Putnam County legislature needs a 2/3 majority vote. Also, we want to self-mandate more access to the budgeting process throughout the legislature and the executive. When there's a public meeting, it should be live streamed, and we want extended comment periods for members of the public to engage with their locally elected representatives. The second legislative proposal in local government that we're pushing in Putnam County right now is a Taxpayer Transparency Act, also referred to by many as Truth in Taxation. So what does that do? It does two big things. One, live streaming in visual and audio all public legislative meetings, something that's not presently done in county government right now. I'm glad to see that the Assembly is finally caught up and they're doing that in their committees right now, but you know what? That needs to be expanded everywhere. We have the technology to do it. We have the resources to do it. We need to do that and be more accessible in local and county government. Heck, my church service is live streams for now, so there's no reason that local governments can't do that on their own without being mandated by the state or federal government. The second piece of the Taxpayer Transparency Act would be the creation of a budget transparency website. So everyday taxpayers, hardworking New Yorkers, and our residents in Putnam County can actually understand in layman's terms where their dollars are going. So when we're talking about a budget, whether it's large like the state budget or it's smaller like Putnam County, which is about $180 million, that's a lot of money, it's real money. It may not be $220 billion, but it's a lot of money. And people want to know where their tax dollars are going. So when we're budgeting, we should do it based on priorities and making sure that it's going to deliver those services that are core functions of government, the things that people need for their public health and safety. Those are some of the local solutions that we've rolled out in county government that we're hoping will be successful in Putnam County, but will be emulated in other counties across the state. But we need partners, we need loud voices and advocates in Albany, like the gentlemen and the people of the Assembly Republican Conference. Again, I want to thank Ed Rah, Leader Barclay, the entire conference, as well as Assemblyman Rob Smolin, who's the chair of ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange Council. I'm a member of the American City and County Exchange, a similar organization that's focused on county and local government. Again, thank you. It's been an honor to be here.